Hi friends, it's a beautiful day here in southern Indiana. It's late July. We've had an exceptionally hot and rainy July, which is bad for flooding and outdoor comfort and trees uprooting and falling on your house and stuff like that. But it is great for finding mushrooms. So let's continue our summer series of mushrooms. This time, let's look for some bolete type mushrooms. Let's go. Okay, bolete mushrooms. These are the cap and stem mushrooms that are spongy underneath. Unlike other mushrooms that have gills, these just have little tubules, little holes on the fertile surface. And the bolete types are soft and squishy. These are often brightly colored mushrooms, and they're just really fun. Sometimes they have really cool staining reactions, and they are edible, some of them. The most famous being the porcini, or the king bolete. And wow, look up here. There's a big gold stalk, or ornate-stalked bolete. The big all yellow mushroom. I think I saw another one, let's see. Yeah, I see some more up here. So here's a very young, immature gold stalk. There's actually a couple ones, there's a baby one down there. And let's see what I see, more of them. Yeah. Here is a much older one. And it has a friend up here. So they're kind of all twisty and falling over. But this is pretty big one. These can actually get to be 8 inches across on the top and the cap, and 8 inches tall. Usually I see them more like in the 4 to 5 inch range, I guess. But yeah, it's an all yellow bolete mushroom called the ornate-stalked because of this reticulation, this kind of netting pattern on the stem. This is a mature mushroom, and the caps can kind of change color over time, become kind of more olive or brown instead of that yellow. Doesn't really have a staining reaction like some of the other ones that just kind of turn brown maybe a little bit. It does stain your fingers pretty bad. So if you're gonna handle it, be prepared to have some yellow fingers. But yeah, this is pretty widely distributed across the eastern United States. And it comes out right in the high summer. I'll try a little bit here. Excuse me. Yeah, that was horrible. It was very bitter. That taste test tells me that I don't want to eat this mushroom. All right, let's go down the trail and look for some more. So there are, oh God. So there are a few general rules when it comes to the edibility of bolete mushrooms. Usually the brightly colored ones are not the ones that are edible, especially ones that have a red fertile surface. Those should be avoided. Any boletes that have a strong blue staining reaction should also be avoided. Most edible boletes will have kind of like a cream stem and a brown top, like a porcini, but there are exceptions to every rule. There aren't many highly toxic boletes, but many or most of them are inedible, bitter, or may give you gastric upset. One of the more famous highly toxic ones is Satan's bolete. It doesn't grow here, but it's an all red, usually fat stemmed bolete that looks really cool, but that one can make you awfully sick. So go ahead and disregard any pictures of people you see fake eating this mushroom. Naturalists, those are not serious people. This is a seriously toxic mushroom, has even killed a couple people. All right, let's keep moving. And look, hiding under this log. It's a little old man. Hi, old man. Another one of my favorite mushrooms of the summer. This is a bolete you can eat. No question about it. The old man of the woods. Look at those pores. Big pores. And these shaggy, scaly, pokey top, and the stem will be very shaggy as well, and I'll have these little reticulations and kind of darker scales that can easily be rubbed off. And this mushroom should bruise kind of a pinkish red and look a bit meaty when you cut it in half. So let's do that. So you can see almost instantly turning kind of a pinkish orange, and will get darker over time. Yeah, look how dark that got in just a minute or so. The top is also kind of getting kind of pinkish from me touching it. My fingers are getting all yellow from touching this mushroom. A very stainy mushroom. Another good bolete you can find in the summer. One of my favorites. The old man of the woods. It's a pretty good flavor, not a great flavor. Give it like a 6.57. Soft and pillowy. Not bad. So these bolete mushrooms are all ectomycorrhizal fungi, making their living exchanging nutrients and water with tree roots. They're not decomposers, much like the brittle gills and milk caps, and even the chanterelles that we've looked at recently. All mycorrhizal fungi coming out of the ground. Yeah, some of the boletes are easy to identify as a type of mushroom. Cap and stem mushroom, no ring, spongy pore layer on the fertile surface. But they can be difficult to identify to species. Some of them can look very much like each other. For example, so here we have the Curry Bolete, Boletus SENSIBILIS, named as such because of its extreme, almost instantaneous staining reaction to the slightest touch. You can see the stem of this one is almost already black from me touching it. But yeah, slightest touch will stain it a bluish, greenish black color. It's one of the more fun mushrooms out there. You can write your name or draw little pictures on the fertile surface. And it does smell like curry, which is kind of cool, but don't be fooled. It is a toxic mushroom. The top of the cap can resemble a peach kind of with these red and orange and yellow colors. It can fade over time to more of just a pale yellow, especially if it's exposed to the elements. The pore surface will start out as kind of a light yellow color and get progressively darker and oranger as the mushroom matures, and the stem will have a little bit of red on it, but it's mostly yellow. These are found over most of the eastern United States in the summertime in association with oaks and other hardwood trees. All right, let's cut it in half. The stem of the Boletus sensibilis, when cut in half, will stain instantly. As the name indicates, the inside flesh is also very sensitive with this one. And there is a lookalike for this mushroom. It's kind of hard to distinguish between them. So yeah, I'll show you that one now. So here is the very similar looking two-colored bolete, or red and yellow bolete, Borangia bicolor. This is found at the same time of year and is a little more common than the Curry Bolete and a little more widely distributed. But they do look very similar. Visually, the only real good way to tell them apart is that the two-colored bolete will have more of a red stem, and the best way to tell them apart is just to cut it in half, cut the cap and stem down the middle, and you'll see that there is no instantaneous staining reaction on the interior flesh as there would be with the Boletus sensibilis. This is a technically edible mushroom, and also just as fun to draw on. The fertile surface is just as sensitive as the Curry Bolete. That's a good one. Let's keep going. So we've got some reddish-brown bitter boletes, and these things are springing up everywhere. That's a nice one. And then I think I saw some more up here. Is a nice group. Whoa, look at that one. Oh wow, so many. There's 4. These can get really big, 8 inches across sometimes. Reddish brown top, And look at this dude. Oh wow. Oh, how I wish that was a porcini. And it should taste very bitter. You can taste some. Yeah, it's bitter, but it's mildly bitter. It's not that horrible, really. But yeah, so nobody eats this one. And it should maybe have a bit of a staining reaction, turning yellow. Oh! A little bit of kind of yellow-brown staining there where the bugs had bored some holes through it. But wow, look at the flesh on that. Just bright white and dense. And this should have a pinkish spore print. It's a truly ginormous, amazing mushroom that you can find in the summer. Really cool. All right, let's move on to our next mushroom. Here's another bolete tucked under the root of this sugar maple. Ah, beauty. Look at the slight reticulation on the stem. Nice pale cream pore surface and kind of a tannish yellow on top. So let's give it a taste. Nope, not bitter. So yeah, this is the varied foot. It's a pretty good edible mushroom. It's not the best ever, but it's pretty good for around here. The varied foot or variable stalked bolete has a light colored stem, very light reticulation that can darken with age. The pore surface will start out a light cream color and it will darken to kind of like an olive or tannish color, as it does have an olive brown spore print. The cap will start off kind of a tan color, can darken a little bit with age. It also develops a cracking pattern, generally speaking. But the easiest way to identify this from the lookalikes is that we'll have no staining. It will not stain blue or anything like that. But yeah, that is a cool mushroom. Okay, let's try our varied foot. Squishy, juicy, and delicious, much like the Old Man of the Woods. But I'll say this has just a slightly better flavor. Definitely give that a 7 out of 10. You got time for one more? All right, I got a good one up here. So this is Curtis's bolete. And it's definitely a smaller mushroom than the gold stalk. And it has a tighter distribution. It's more centralized in the eastern United States. It does have kind of a dusty mottled appearance on the top, but in fact this is a very sticky mushroom as I'm handling it, and just like the gold stalk, it's turning my hand yellow. It's not known to be an edible mushroom. It's not toxic, but just doesn't taste very good. Can't recommend this one for eating, but a very unique and very singular mushroom. This yellow color does not come from beta carotene like it would with many common mushrooms like the chanterelle. It has its own special compound that's only found in this mushroom and a few plants. So that's very cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed this look at some summer bolete mushrooms. I'm Michael File. I'll see you next time on Mushroom Journeys.